Butler. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I currently attend Colby College in Waterville, Maine. They're part of the NESCAC conference, Division III. I went to the Rivers School for high school, which is a small private school in Weston, Mass. Had a great experience there. Really helped prepare me for college, both academically and athletically. And just been a lot of great basketball in my life, around great coaches and mentors who have really helped shape my game, and have also inspired me to do things that I'm doing now, such as coaching and training younger guys. So that's pretty much the overview. When it comes to the recruiting process, obviously, it's a balance between the AAU side and the high school side. For me personally, I really had to do a lot of reaching out myself, being proactive with these things. I played with the Right Way Skills organization. They're part of the Hoop Group Summer League, I guess, and was able to get tons of exposure that way. Got to play against great competition. But ultimately, I went to a lot of Ivy League camps, whether it was Brown or Dartmouth or Penn or things of that nature, where there's a lot of high academic schools there in attendance at all levels. And, I think that's probably where I got the most interest. And as far as narrowing it down to Colby, I pretty much just reached out to all the coaches in the NESCAC, Patriot League, Ivy League, and Coach Strayhorn there and Coach Kyle Ackley. They were the ones who kind of felt like, showed the most interest back towards me. Really felt like they had, some great opportunities for me at Colby. So I decided that, that would probably be the best fit for me. Getting to Colby and just starting off the college experience in general, just, took a little bit of time to get used to, get acclimated to just being on my own, learning in a different environment. At Rivers, I kind of just had known everybody and all my teachers, they knew me, so it was just really easy to have those relationships, but then, kind of just had to restart everything. It was nice that I had the basketball team there, those guys I could always go to for support and guidance, but really just kind of took a little bit of time to, just get comfortable and find my way. After the first few months, I really started to settle in, socially, just started meeting new people through my basketball team or just on my own. And academically, I really started to figure out the things that the professors look for at that level, and just being organized and, not procrastinating, things like that. And then basketball-wise, obviously we had a really talented group this past year. We did a lot of special things, made it all the way to the NESCAC championship, made an appearance in the NCAA tournament. And I really just took it all in. I didn't get, much playing time, but I really just learned from all the older guys and saw their work ethic and saw the way they took advantage of their opportunities. So, going into the next few years, I know what I have to do. I know what the coaches are expecting. And I really just expect a lot out of myself, just to be able to contribute to our team. And I'm just a team guy. I'm all about winning, and so doing everything, putting in work in myself, always encouraging my teammates, checking in with them, seeing what they're doing, so that way we can have the best possible years going forward. Spring at Rivers kind of just had a lot of empty time. There was no more basketball, obviously. I had to, graduate from AAU and stuff like that, and there's no more of that. And one of our assistant coaches, he ran a training company, so I would just, after school, just drive like 20 minutes to like the local BSC where they did all their workouts and clinics and training. And I would just, be there, training kids and kind of just help with coaching, help out with that. And it wasn't really something at first that I saw that I would like really want to do something like that in my future or be very serious about it. Kind of just, nice little hustle, and, got to meet people and just be in a gym, because that's what I love to do, honestly. So, it really worked for me. And then I started coaching, being assistant coach for the Boston Bobcats AAU program, working with 7th and 8th graders mostly. and I really enjoyed that. I just love being around the kids, and they really enjoyed having me as their coach and as a mentor, and they're all kind of like my little brothers. I felt like, so I really just enjoyed that experience, and I would say probably by the summertime is when I really wanted to take things up a notch and kind of be a little bit more independent about what I did as far as me being as a trainer and as a coach, whether I'd be AAU or just helping out, being an assistant. And so I started doing these runs or pickup, basically, where I would just invite kids to come play at like Brandeis University, something. We'd rent the gym there, and just the kids would just come, have fun. We'd have kids people come film the kids to do mixtapes, things like that. And they really enjoyed it. So pretty much at that point, the fall came around, so I went off to school. Kind of just had to lock in on that, focus on that, and then I would say maybe by this past January is when I pretty much just said, I want to start up my own company, KB3 Elite. Right now, I think the most important part is just building relationships, whether that's with the kids, it's with other coaches, trainers, just expanding my network as much as possible. I give a lot of credit to the Boston Elite Basketball kind of network. They were where I got my first start training. Coach Terrell Hollins over there, Coach Kenny Small. They do some great things up here in Massachusetts and throughout New England. And in a couple of years from now, I just want to, or when I graduate or so, possibly do a grad assistant year or two at a Division I school, and kind of help build the foundation to eventually get a full-time college coaching job. That's my ultimate goal. And then after that, who knows? Maybe come back, keep running my AAU stuff or training or whatever the case may be. A lot of college coaches they do training or run programs after they coach at the college level or high school. So really just keeping my options open. I don't really have anything set in stone. All I know is that this is what I love to do, and I'm just going to keep doing it, keep pushing my brand as much as I can, and let everything else kind of figure itself out. I just know if I just grind every day and just be a good person, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Making these connections, helping kids. That's what the most important thing is. I'm not out here just trying to make money or benefit myself, because there's been so many people in my life who've just been so unselfish and have helped me, and I just feel like I just have to pay it forward now, and that's really what I'm trying to do. So the main portion of the kids that I work with are mostly incoming freshmen and sophomores, so they're not quite at that time yet where they're having to start making these kinds of decisions and going on visits and things of that nature. But for the older guys that I do work with, and what I will tell the young guys is, you just gotta do your homework, do your research, figure out what's a good spot for you. I mean, everybody has aspirations to go to Division I, and that's good and well. And I have the same aspirations too. That's your motivation to fuel you to get better. But at the end of the day, it's just all about reality, and you just gotta figure out what's the right spot for you, education-wise. What is going to be the place where it's going to set you up 20, 30 years down the road. You can have a good job, you can do what you want to do, and just enjoy life. And I feel like a lot of kids, they just chase this basketball, and kind of at times the basketball can kind of use them in certain ways. And my parents have always told me, just you use basketball, don't let basketball use you. Use it as a vehicle to help you personally in life, and just use the platform so that you can do whatever you want to do in life. So that's pretty much what I've done, just always taking my academics seriously. That's what I tell these guys, and because you can't really go anywhere and be successful in life if you don't put in the work in the classroom. And then having that basketball piece as well is just going to give you a lot more opportunities on top of that. So That's pretty much what I tell these kids. Everybody's situation, everybody's journey is going to be a little bit different. But no matter what, you got to put in the work. You gotta be a student of the game. Got to do your research, and just always be grateful, be mindful, never pass up an opportunity, never turn your nose to a coach or anything like that, because you never know who somebody could be now or who they could be in 5 to 10 years. So I mean, that's definitely health is top priority right now. Obviously, everybody wants to play, everybody wants to get outside, hang out with their friends, do whatever. But we're in the middle of a pandemic, and we have to take this virus seriously. And with me, it's a thing where um, everybody's at different comfort levels. There's some guys that I'll reach out to and say, doing some small group stuff. You want to join? Sometimes they may just say, my parents don't want me doing that, or I'm not comfortable with it yet. And I repeat, really, absolutely respect that. And but at the same time, I think, now that I am doing stuff, now we're back into a facility. I know every state is different, but tomorrow will mark the phase 3 of Massachusetts reopening plan. So we'll kind of be able to have gyms open, do some small group things, contact, things of that nature. And I know that the facility, the Millworks that I partner with, they do have all the protocols in place and to make sure that the kids can have a great experience, but also be safe doing it. So, that's definitely my top priority. Definitely don't want to put anybody in risk or in harm's way, but if we can do it in a safe way and be able to get back to playing basketball and in the gym, getting better, that's definitely what we want to do. So, after seeing the horrible incidents, whether it be George Floyd or Breonna Taylor, things like that, it definitely hurts, to just see that, me being, African American male and, young black man in America, there's always that kind of target, I feel, or whatever stereotype that may be. I was just a few days, I just didn't know what to do. I kind of just stayed at home, was almost just scared to go out, because just like the reality of this world was just really sad at times. But like you said, using my platform, I realized is really important. I definitely made an effort to go to some of the Black Lives Matter protests and movements that were in my area in Boston. Really try to just do my part, and also kids that I train and coach too. Like, I encourage them to join these conversations and have that dialogue, because it's important. I just feel like a lot of kids, they kind of get shielded away from that, and people just tell them like, you don't really have to worry about that yet. You're too young. But I feel like you're never too young. Yeah, definitely. I just try to use my platform, because I know a lot of kids, they look up to me, and they listen and respect me. So I feel like it definitely is in my power to be a good role model and show these kids what's happening in the world is not okay, and you can be a part of the change. Like, you can make a difference, whether it be some kids or some people in general just aren't as vocal about it, and you don't have to post on Instagram or do all that stuff, but at least just having a conversation with your parents or having a conversation with your friends, like, that stuff goes a long way. Or whether you donate to certain movements or the bail funds, things like that. Just everybody do your part. I feel like we all do this part in this big world. Like, and try to bring everybody together. Like, that's the best way to do it. I mean, I've always aspired to play Division I, and I think when people want to do those things, they don't realize like all the somewhat like ramifications of that. But playing Division III and being at a D3 school, like, it's given me the opportunity to do the things like I'm doing now and running my organization and doing K-3 Elite. If I was at Division I program, I would be having off-season training right now, or I would be at school doing whatever, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing now, training kids, helping them get better, organizing these runs. So I really, looking back at it now, I really feel like I made the right decision choosing Colby and choosing to go through this Division III experience. And it's just been a great opportunity for me, so I can keep doing the things that I want to do, but also just get to play in a competitive environment, keep playing the game that I love. So, it's really a win-win in all ways. So it's just been great.